Hey, it's Dr. Ernst, host of the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Listen, would you like to lose 10, 20, 30 pounds in as little as 4 to 6 weeks? It's all possible. All you have to do, number one, is find out why aren't you already losing the weight? It only takes 4 things for a human body to burn fat. You have to have fat to burn. That's not a problem. Most people have way too much. You have to have water. Most of us are dehydrated, so we don't have enough of the fuel we need to burn the fire of fat. You have to have air. Again, most of us are deoxygenated. We're on CPAP machines. We aren't breathing properly. And you have to have clean neurological energy from your spinal cord, from your brain to tell every cell in your body burn fat. If you'd like me to show you how to turn on your fat burning switch, join me for a masterclass this upcoming Thursday, the 30th, 7 p.m. at night. It's easy to do. Just text the word weight loss plus your name and email to 704-906-2094. That's 704-906-2094. Welcome to Cornerstone Health Center, Charlotte's premier destination for natural healing and regenerative healthcare. If you're tired of chasing symptoms, masking pain, or being told everything looks normal, you've just found a clinic that asks a different question. What's the root cause of your condition? We're an integrated functional and structural clinic offering cutting-edge solutions, everything from precision structural chiropractic care to personalized functional medicine and even advanced nutritional coaching, deep cellular detoxification, and powerful alternative therapies like Hockett ozone sauna, RegenWave therapy, spinal decompression, and PEMF therapies. At Cornerstone Health Center, our mission is clear: to uncover what's holding you back and empower you to become your own doctor. We believe healing doesn't come from a pill, it comes from within. And with the right tools, education, and natural therapies, you can finally take control of your health. Call us today at 704-597-7490 to schedule a complimentary consultation with one of our doctors, or visit us online at cornerstonehealthcenter.com. That's healthctr.com. Your health is a cornerstone. Let's rebuild it together. Hey, my name is Dr. Ernst. I want to introduce you to a revolutionary therapy called Hockett. Hyperthermic, carbonic acid, ozone, transdermal therapy. It combines 10 different holistic and natural therapies in one 30-minute session. Everything from steam to carbonic acid to ozone to PEMF, even microcurrent. The benefit of this, we can target specifically your condition. It could be chronic fatigue, it could be inflammation, it could be joint pain, it could even be fibromyalgia, Lyme's disease, mold toxicity, heavy metal toxicity. With over 100 different settings, we can program this machine specific to your body so you get natural healing from the inside out. Carbonic acid opens the pores of your skin. Ozone then transfers inside. And guys, ozone kills everything. Mold, pathogens, parasites, Lyme's disease. It cleans your blood, bringing you a level of healing that you cannot get anywhere else. The microcurrent will literally zap your body with energy that brings about restoration and rejuvenation by stimulating your mitochondria and opening up your phase 1 and phase 2 detox pathways. If you've been struggling with chronic fatigue, inflammation, joint pains, brain fog, or you have a chronic infection like Lyme or mold or any co-infections, Hockett therapy is exactly what you're looking for. If you're looking for a breakthrough in your health that you cannot find from supplements, procedures, physiotherapies, chiropractic, even traditional medicine, Hockett therapy will provide that for you. Schedule your first session to experience the Hockett difference. Hi, my name is Dr. Ernst, Clinic Director of Cornerstone Health Center. I want to introduce you to RegenWave. This revolutionary technology uses hydroelectric shock to stimulate new blood flow, activate stem cells, and create regeneration. The best part, it can be used on your joints, shoulders, neck, back, hips, feet. Even peripheral neuropathies can improve. The unique thing about RegenWave is this hydroelectric shock wave regenerates mesenchymal stem cells. It activates them so that your bone, ligament, and tendon tissues can actually regenerate. In fact, it even stimulates nerve cells for regeneration. When you use RegenWave, most patients feel changes in as little as 4 to 6 sessions. We're talking activation of regeneration to your joints. If you're looking to regenerate your joints using a non-surgical, non-injective therapy, schedule your consultation. We'll find out if you're a candidate for RegenWave therapy so you can allow your joints to regenerate from the inside out. Hey, good afternoon. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst show. Yes, it's a show where pounds are shed, disease is dead, and where you get to be set free from your health problems. Listen, today I want to talk about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. Let me fix my microphone real quick. There we go. Near and dear to my heart. The idea that we take our health for granted. So think about this. Most people chase symptoms. They rarely uncover the truth, what actually is causing their health conditions. And they seek out doctor's care only when it's beyond what they can handle. I've at my capacity. I can no longer take how bad I feel. Now it's an inconvenience and my health is important. Today's show, I believe, is going to rattle you. At least I hope it does. Maybe even confront you. Can we talk in a healthy method about things that you might say, that seems strange to think that way, or I've never heard about that before? Because, listen to this, we're talking about something that I believe every single one of you listening has in common. Yet very, very few people understand it until we've lost it. How we take our health for granted. Do you take your health for granted? I'm sure you do. I did for a period of time. I took my health for granted. So what I want to do over the next, 2 segments of 25 minutes that the radio has so graciously given me is walk you through a pattern that I see not just in patients, but in the culture at large, America, in fact, even other countries. It is a pattern that begins so quietly that most people don't even pay attention to it. It progresses so slowly, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And some people, it even leads to an outcome that has a sudden, unexpected, sometimes even unfair. You just got diagnosed with cancer. That's unfair. You just got diagnosed with this. That doesn't seem right. I've done everything right. So I thought. How is this possible? We're going to talk about how most people today assume that we're healthy just because we're not diagnosed. Oh, let's go deep. You know how many people tell me there's no need for me to hop on your masterclass, I'm fine. Really? How do you know that? Well, I have no aches and pains. Yeah, nor do people with cancer until it's too late. Well, I don't have any outward symptoms. Hey, look, that's phenomenal. Nor do I. Nor do a whole host of conditions and diseases that you can't feel. Do you know how many conditions there are that you can't feel until when you do feel it, it's too late? If you feel heart disease, guys, that's too late. If you feel like, God, I feel cancer, it's too late. You already have had it for years. You can't feel diabetes. You can't feel high blood pressure. This is what medicine calls silent killers. But I'm here to tell you today, they're not silent if you know how to look for them. Oh, so Dr. Ernst, are you saying I can find out if I have heart disease before I feel heart disease? Yes. Can I find out if I have cancer before I actually have cancer? Yes. There are cancer marker tests. There's a beautiful one that I know of. I know what you guys are going to say. Dr. Ernst, that's just unrealistic. Okay, it's $1,000. It costs $1,000. But here's the cool thing. It screens you for 80 cancers. So 1,000 divided by 80, that's a pretty good deal per cancer. Some of you spend more than that on your lunch today. I don't know about you, but my mindset is this. I'll spend $1,000 on myself if I can find out right now if I have cancer before my oncologist could. That's a good investment to me. Do you take your health for granted? Do you wake up every day and go, oh, man, I feel really good today? And you just go about your day. And you do it again and again until you wake up and you go, oh, that does not feel good. Oh, something's wrong. And then now here's a way I can find out how for granted you take your health. I'll just go to the medicine cabinet and I'll just pop an Advil, aspirin, goodies, whatever, and I'll make that pain go away because that's an inconvenience. Then you obviously are taking your health for granted. Now you might be like, well, Dr. Ernst, not me. I would go to the urgent care and get an x-ray and get an ultrasound and get a this. Yeah, cool. But when they tell you what's wrong, what do? Do you take the prescription until the pain goes away? And then when the pain is gone, do you go, the problem must have magically fixed itself. I'll give you an analogy. For the last 2 weeks, I do a lot of Taekwondo, so I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, if you didn't know that. And so I was trying these kicks, because you got to do thousands and thousands of kicks. Taekwondo is a kicking art, even though it's Tai, hand, quan, foot, do, like do, the action of hand and foot is what it stands for. We don't really punch people, we kick people in Taekwondo. Taekwondo is a kicking martial arts, which is why I like it. Okay, just me, I like to kick things. So here we go. I was doing this kick that requires you to do a massive swing and a pivot with your left foot in order to jump up and turn around and then kick someone. It's called a hurricane kick. Google it if you want. It does exist. So I twisted my knee doing a hurricane kick, and it hurt. Now, I wasn't like, what's wrong? Is this a genetic disorder? I don't deserve this. I know my mind said this. I deserve it. I didn't do the kick right. I twisted my knee. This is my fault. The pain is a good thing. It's telling me to rest. It's telling me to take some time off and not keep doing that kick. I did not run out and take an over-the-counter pain pill to make the pain go away. I hobbled through it. I iced it. I did therapy to it. I did pulsed electromagnetic frequency techniques on it. I did an electron therapy technique to it. I was getting close, because it's been about 2 weeks, to even getting stem cell injections, because it hurts. And then one day I decided I don't want it to hurt anymore. I was paying attention to the pain. I would wake up every day and go, I wonder how my knee's going to be today. But just the sheer fact of me thinking about my knee pain made my knee pain there so I could think about it. I'm going to go super deep with you guys today, if you're willing to let me. I mean, you don't have to listen to me. You have every option to just turn the channel to another channel if you want. But just try to follow the logic here for a second. I myself said, you know what? I no longer want my knee to hurt. I don't want to think about my knee anymore because I don't want it to remind me. And then guess what happened the next day? My knee no longer hurt. And I can use it fully. Now, am I saying that I psychosomatically caused some sort of knee pain? No, I truly do believe I injured it. But I believe it healed, and I didn't want it to heal because I liked the attention I was giving myself for my knee. So I let my knee continue to bother me until I decided not to. Hey, if you're even like slightly interested in this, there's a psychology behind healthcare today. Go to AskDrErnst.com, type in your health condition, and start learning. And if you would like to lose weight, feel great, get your energy back, make a pain go away, I am hosting an event next Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is technically about weight loss, but really it's about energy, vitality, vibrance, life, health, healing. Join me. All you have to do is text the word weight loss. But Dr. Ernst, I don't want to lose weight. Look, you won't lose weight if your body doesn't have weight to lose. But I know most of you have weight that you need to lose. So join me for the masterclass, 30 pounds in 30 days. You can think of it as like 30 pounds of more energy in 30 days, 30 pounds of fat off of you in 30 days, 30 pounds of health coming back to you in 30 days. It's 30 and 30. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Thursday night. Yes, I pick the evenings because a lot of people would say, I can't do this 10 a.m. in the morning thing on Saturdays because I have to work or my kids have soccer or whatever. So he's like, you know what? 7 p.m. at night. Now you don't have the excuse of soccer games and, I have to do something on a Saturday. Now I realize some of you might work at 7 p.m. at night. I don't know how to get around that. But this way we should have way more people on. So text the word weight loss with your name and email to 704-906-2094. Look, do it now. Like it's going to revolutionize how you think and view weight, energy, health, healing, vibrance, life. 704-906-2094. The word weight loss, and it's yours. Okay, so I want to talk about something real quick. The illusion of being fine. The illusion. Okay, one of the most dangerous beliefs I think a person can carry in their head is this. Everything is fine as long as there's no problem. Okay, this assumption goes so deeply into modern thinking that most people don't even question it, right? If your car doesn't feel like it's got a problem when you drive it and there's no smoke coming out of the engine and it gets you from point A to point B, everything must be fine. But if it's running slightly hotter than it should, if there's a subtle pull to the left, if there's a small vibration when you hit the brakes, you can still get from point A to B, but I'm here to tell you, not everything is fine. People equate the absence of a diagnosis, listen to this, with the presence of health. As long as I don't have a doctor telling me something's wrong with me and I don't take a prescription drug, I am healthy. Well, here's the problem with that. There are people who have a doctor tell them there's something wrong, and they take a prescription drug, and they say they're healthy. I don't know about you, but the definition of health to me is a person who is not requiring a synthetic pill to go about their day to have their labs look good. Healthy people don't take prescriptive drugs. Dr. Ernst, are you saying I'm unhealthy because all my labs look good? Well, they might look good because you're faking it. I'm going to say it again. Healthy people do specific things. Healthy people don't take prescriptive drugs. Healthy people don't take over-the-counter medications. Healthy people usually take vitamins, minerals, and herbs. Healthy people generally eat a specific way. You won't find a healthy person sitting at McDonald's. I just got 7,000 emails saying, well, how can you say that? I'm healthy. I eat at McDonald's. I'm saying the same thing just like the CEO of McDonald's said, and he got busted for it. He says, I eat at McDonald's regularly, which is a true statement because he opens up his vegan salad and drinks his smoothie while he sits in McDonald's. He actually didn't say, I eat McDonald's food regularly. He just said, I eat at McDonald's regularly. And I know we're talking semantics, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's a big thing right now today. We know healthy people eat a specific way. We know healthy people shop at specific shops. I'm going to say it bluntly. You don't generally find healthy people buying their groceries in establishments that also sell things that aren't groceries. I'm not going to name names, but you know what I mean. You shouldn't be able to buy bed sheets in the grocery store. Grocery stores should sell groceries. Bedding stores should sell bedding. Hopefully you guys see the analogy with this. I'm not going to name some names, but you know what I'm talking about. Be careful. Healthy people generally want to buy their food from the farmers markets or from a local person, or they grow their own food. I know you thought I was going to say healthy people shop at Whole Foods. Man, I see a lot of unhealthy people shopping at Whole Foods. I see a lot of unhealthy people shopping at Trader Joe's. But for some reason, when I go to the farmers markets and everybody's wearing hemp clothing, you know what I mean, and they have their dreadlocks pulled up in a big bun, and they smell like patchouli oil, that image we make fun of, that's what healthy people do. Because there's a lot of reasons why they do it. They don't just do it to piss you off. They do it because there's a reason for it. There's an actual health benefit behind buying food from a local farmer instead of a commercial organization that also on the same truck had bicycles and bedding, if you know where I'm going with this. So again, if you're looking for how do I get out of this mantra? I thought I was doing good. I thought I'd go to the gym to work out. I was buying food from Whole Foods. I was eating organic, and I'm still sick. I still am on my meds. You just need to adopt the lifestyle that healthy people do. I do not buy groceries at those stores that you can also buy oil for your car and toys for your kids and sheets for your beds and beds themselves. Okay? Well, Dr. Ernst, what about Costco? Costco is a really cool place. And actually, I've seen you in Costco. Yes, I'm going to be honest, right? You can buy beds at Costco. You can buy, sheets in Costco, and you can buy bicycles at Costco. But you can also buy some really good organic food products, grass-fed, wild-caught, etc., for way less than it would be even at the farmer's market. So I'm conscious about the money I spend, but I'm also aware that I wasn't talking about Costco. I'm talking about starts with a W and a T. We're just going to leave it at that. So the big issue here is people don't just move from perfect health to disease overnight. See, this is what's taught about in medicine. All of a sudden, We now can detect your cancer. So I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers here, but let's ask some questions real quick. It is the show Ask Dr. Ernst. So if a patient today, a person, says, I just don't feel really good. Yes, I've been losing some weight. There's this bump on my wherever. And they go to their doctor. And their doctor runs some tests and goes, we don't like the results. We're going to have to send you to a specialist. And so you go to the specialist, and the specialist comes in and does some exams, CT, X-ray, MRI, blood work, etc. And then they say, we'll contact you in a couple days. But then in 4 hours, you get that call. Have you ever had that call? Maybe I should do another show called That Call. Have you had that call before, or that text or that chat through your portal where your MD's like, hey, we need to talk. Please call me ASAP. Or please call the office and schedule a review right now. Have you ever had that call? So when that call comes in, most people start having palpitations. Oh my God, what did the doctor find? What if they were going to call you and say, you left your credit card, we found it, we want it back. We want to give it back to you as soon as possible. Whew. All the anxiety and the stress went away. But that's not what they do, right? They call and say, John, Mary, Jane, Jack, Smith, whoever you are, Bob, I need you to sit down for a second. Your test results are back. And we found, and they're going to fill in the blank, we found stage whatever. Stage 3 kidney disease. We found stage 1 cancer. We found stage 5 heart disease, okay? It didn't just happen overnight. That same person that was just diagnosed, we just found today stage 3 cancer. Most people, oh my God, don't worry. We have an oncologist. We're going to schedule you an appointment immediately. We're going to be able to take care of you. Try not to worry. Okay, but now real quick, this is me now. If I got that phone call, hey, doc, thank you for telling me I have cancer. I'm going to do everything I can to work to get my human body to fix that and heal it. Question. Did I have cancer last month when you didn't test my blood? Cricket. All we know is right now, and we found this, and we need to treat this. It's really bad. You immediately, you can't even think. Tomorrow, cancel all your plans, cancel your vacations, come in, we're going to do chemo and radiation. Doc, I understand your severity behind that. That's awesome. And yeah, I appreciate your input. Question. A year ago, if you had tested me, would my test results have shown stage 2 cancer? Yeah, more than likely. Okay, and if a year ago I got that test, would you have jumped all over this saying, I have to do this immediately? Yes, we would. Okay, then what would happen if I didn't? Well, your likelihood of dying would be very high and etc. Yeah, but doc, it's been a year. I didn't even know about it, and I'm still here. So is this actually an emergency? Ooh, that's a good question to ask. Is it actually an emergency? Do I have to emergently begin oncological assessments and care? Because you just told me that cancer forms not immediately. Even stage 3 takes years. Truly, if you look into the research of this, it takes 5 to 10 years for a cancer to even get big enough to detect it. Stage 1. Then it can take 5 to 10 years for it to go from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. And if it goes to 4, it's bad because it means it's everywhere. Usually everywhere is man, you've had cancer for 15 years and you just didn't know it. We only just found out about it now because you took your health for granted and you assumed that the way you feel is normal. Oh man, I either had 90% of you tune out right now, or you're perking up and going, hey, so-and-so, you got to hear this. There's actually a doctor who's sharing truth, and he's spilling the beans behind how things work. And my God, you got to listen to this. Hey, tune in, 107.9 FM, WBT.com. Tune in. You got to hear what this doctor's saying. Maybe we're having new people join us. My name is Dr. Ernst. I'm a board-certified chiropractic physician and doctorate of natural medicine. I have a doctorate of natural medicine, DNM. I'm board-certified as a doctor of natural medicine and a doctor of chiropractic. So I'm a dual doctor, board certified, guys. This isn't just I went to Costco and bought a degree and hung it on the wall. I passed the national boards of chiropractic and I passed the national boards of medicine, natural medicine. I don't have an MD. I have a DNM, Doctorate of Natural Medicine. So here I am, and I'm sharing with you a secret. Most of us take our health for granted. And your body can only survive for so long before it says, I quit. When your body is placed under stress, lack of nutrition, lack of sleep, chronic emotional strains, toxins, subluxations of the spine, instead of shifting towards immediate disease, it tries to keep you alive. So it adapts first. So we have health, then we have a cause, then we have adaptation. And adaptation can take years. But once your body's like, I can no longer adapt, then what happens is it starts to break down. And that's called diagnosis. So think of it like this. If I draw a line here, and I say the diagnosis is here, adaptation is for years, and it's different for everyone, but the cause was right there. So what do we do in natural medicine? Yes, we care about the immediate now diagnosis. If a patient came to me with stage 3 cancer, I'm not going to be like, we're going to ignore your cancer. See, that's what a lot of medical doctors say we do. We're going to say, look, your cancer is important, but it's not the cause. We need to find out why you have cancer. Well, doctor, the medical doctors say it's genetic, this, that, it's this and that, so that's what it is. Well, who's to say they're right? They're trained their way. They might be right in their way, but who's to say that's actually the truth? The truth is this: the human body wants to survive and live. If there's an infection, if there's parasites, it will wall that off. It could look like a tumor. I'm just talking about cancer right now. It's the same thing with high blood pressure. It's the same thing with diabetes. Who's to say they're right? You know how many patients I've had in my clinic that say, I have diabetes, and I look at their labs and I'm like, actually you don't. Your insulin is nowhere near high enough. Your A1C is high, sure, but that's not always diabetic. Ooh, did you know A1C is not exclusive to diabetes? A1C can go up for a lot of different things. So normal fasting sugar, high A1C, normal insulin, diagnosed as a diabetic, whoever diagnosed them is undereducated. I'll just put it at that. They're undereducated. They don't know what they really are doing. They're following a script. The script says this: if either glucose or A1C goes beyond a certain measurement, this is a diagnostic criteria for type 2 diabetes. So they told this person they're diabetic. Now watch this. The person's like, I don't understand. Like, I'm doing everything right. I eat well, but the doctor says I have. And I'm like, okay, you can either believe them or you don't. And you know what they said to me? Well, they're a doctor. I'm not. And I was like, you know what? When I buy a car, they're a car salesman and I'm not. Does that mean I listen to everything the car salesman says? I don't know about you guys. Doctors are humans. They make mistakes. They have a system that's designed to just rope you in and keep you prescribed. I'm here to tell you, you're taking your health for granted even right now. You're ignoring the whispers of the signals, that random headache, that strange pain, that fatigue that you have. It isn't normal. Trust me, it's not. And it's not how old you are. It's not how hard you worked out. It's not the food you ate last night. Oh, I have all this acid reflux. It's because of food I eat. Really? Change your diet. I tried that and it didn't make any difference. Then it's not the food you eat. Well, the doctor says it runs in my family. Okay, but it's not genetic. There's no such gene as a gene that causes acid reflux. Just so you know, there's none. There's no gene for acid reflux. So it's just an analogy. Acid reflux is a big symptom. Well, everybody has acid reflux, Dr. Ernst. You don't understand. It's normal. No, what normal is no acid reflux. Well, I don't know anybody who doesn't have acid reflux. Then you need to hang out with some different people. Do you get it? If you hang out with people who have acid reflux, you're going to think it's normal. See, we take for granted what we have. And when I come back from this next commercial break, wait till I show you what people don't have in healthcare that we have, that we totally take for granted. And if you're listening to me and this is sparking an interest for you, again, I'm hosting a masterclass on how to fix yourself, how to heal yourself. It is on Thursday of next week. It's at 7 p.m. All you have to do is text the word weight loss. I know it's about weight, and that's our key phrase because most people want to lose weight, but it's about getting your body healthy, healing, happy, and whole. 704-906-2094. Text the word weight loss. right now. It's the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. We will be right back.
What if we told you coffee was good for you?
Coffee is the single highest source of antioxidants in the Western diet. More antioxidants than kale, more antioxidants than 70% dark chocolate, and more antioxidants than blueberries.
In fact, what if we told you that coffee is really good for you?
Research shows that 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day dramatically enhances performance in high-intensity exercise, improves memory, reaction times, and overall cognitive function, decreases risk of depression, promotes weight loss by boosting metabolic rates, reduces risk of type 2 diabetes up to 40%, decreases risk of liver cancer up to 71%, reduces risk of Parkinson's up to 30%, and decreases risk of Alzheimer's up to 65%. Overall, coffee drinkers live longer. People who drink 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day have about a 15% lower risk of premature mortality compared to people who don't drink coffee.
Welcome to Cornerstone Health Center, Charlotte's premier destination for natural healing and regenerative healthcare. If you're tired of chasing symptoms, masking pain, or being told everything looks normal, you've just found a clinic that asks a different question. What's the root cause of your condition? We're an integrated functional and structural clinic offering cutting-edge solutions, everything from precision structural chiropractic care to personalized functional medicine and even advanced nutritional coaching, deep cellular detoxification, and powerful alternative therapies like Hockett ozone sauna, Regen wave therapy, spinal decompression, and PEMF therapies. At Cornerstone Health Center, our mission is clear: to uncover what's holding you back and empower you to become your own doctor. We believe healing doesn't come from a pill, it comes from within. And with the right tools, education, and natural therapies, you can finally take control of your health. Call us today at 704-597-7490 to schedule a complimentary consultation with one of our doctors, or visit us online at cornerstonehealthcenter.com. That's healthctr.com. Your health is a cornerstone. Let's rebuild it together. Hey, it's Dr. Ernst, host of the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Listen, would you like to lose 10, 20, 30 pounds in as little as 4 to 6 weeks? It's all possible. All you have to do, number one, is find out why aren't you already losing the weight? It only takes 4 things for a human body to burn fat. You have to have fat to burn. That's not a problem. Most people have way too much. You have to have water. Most of us are dehydrated, so we don't have enough of the fuel we need to burn the fire of fat. You have to have air. Again, most of us are deoxygenated. We're on CPAP machines. We aren't breathing properly. And you have to have clean neurological energy from your spinal cord, from your brain, to tell every cell in your body, burn fat. If you'd like me to show you how to turn on your fat burning switch, join me for a masterclass this upcoming Thursday, the 30th, 7 p.m. at night. It's easy to do. Just text the word weight loss plus your name and email to 704-906-2094. That's 704-906-2094. Welcome back. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst show. Hey, my name is Dr. Ernst, and today we are discussing something I believe to be monumentous. The idea that we take our health for granted. So often we think that as long as everything feels good or looks good or smells good or acts good and everything works, my knees work, my back works, my brain works, if I have no pain, no discomfort, if everything is just functional, that we are healthy. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Look, you might feel more slightly tired than normal, and you push through it. Maybe you have some occasional bloating or some acid reflux or discomfort after eating, and you assume it's just something you ate. Maybe you're having trouble falling asleep, but you attribute it to a really busy schedule or you stayed out too late at night. Each of these, just these tiny samples, is a meaningful yet often dismissed symptom of beginning stages of poor health. So the challenge here is the threshold for concern in most Americans is extremely high. It's the classic thing a male says, well, I'm not going to worry about anything until something falls off of my body. Like I could have a leg problem, but as long as my leg still works, even if it's numb, like this is guys usually like, unless my arm falls off, I'm not going to the doctor. Well, what if your arm is gangrenous and black, but it's still on you? Would you go to a doctor then? What if it was just slightly uncomfortable? Would you go to a doctor then? Do you guys see where I'm saying with this? What if it was like something that you had to deal with because, hold on, I'm having a camera issue. Because, 2, 1, 3, open up, good. What if it was something that was an actual problem? Like, I don't know, you had something physically wrong with your body and you were like, you know what? I don't think it's a big deal. I have this wound on my leg that's been there for like 9 months. It doesn't bother me. I have nail fungus that I've been dealing with for 14 years. Doesn't bother me. Your body's trying to tell you there's something wrong. You're falling apart. Your body's falling apart. And many of us silence these signals. Now, real quick, okay, I was just back from a commercial break. I know it's long, 5 minutes, but it feels like forever for me. But we had a lot of people text in saying they want to come to the masterclass. So I've extended the invitations. We're over 1,000 people. Usually I keep them capped around 1,000 or 1,500. We have 1,200 people who want to join me next Thursday. So for the fear of missing out, I am doing a live stream broadcast from here, very similar to that camera and that camera and that camera, but I can see you guys and hear you and chat with you. I'm going to talk about weight loss. I'm going to talk about energy. I'm going to talk about healing. I'm going to talk about bouncing back from incurable conditions that medicine says you can't get rid of. I just need to know if you want to come to it. Yes, the key phrase is weight loss. Yes, you have to text weight loss. WEIGHTLOSS to 704-906-2094. Weight loss. It's real easy. Weight loss, 704-906-2094. Why? Because no one else is doing this. Nobody else is going to teach you how to identify your root cause and then watch this now. Let you fix it. See, there's a lot of functional doctors who will say, we're to help you identify your root cause. And they upcharge you for labs. You've known this, right? Like $2,000 of labs, which cost them maybe $900. So they make money on your labs. Then they charge you to go over them, right? Well, now that your labs are back, it's $150, $200, $300, $500 to have an appointment with the doctor. So, you're like, well, they must be really good. So you pay it. And then they sit down with you and they go, okay, look, we found it. Here's why you have this. Here's why you have that. They tap into your emotion. You're going to feel really good. You have so much potential. You're like, yes, yes, yes. And they're like, okay, so you need to sign up for our coaching program. And you're like, all right, that makes sense. Like, I don't know what to do. And they're like, it's going to cost you this many digits, right? It's 4 digits or 5 digits. My God, I've seen some that are 6 digits. And then you're like, awesome. And then like, okay, now you got to go buy all this food that's expensive. Now you have to go buy all these supplements that are expensive. Now you got to go see this doctor and you got to go do this treatment. Before you know it, you're like, man alive, it's like $500,000 for me to get well. That's called for-profit. That's called for-profit functional medicine. Those doctors are trying to still make a living. Look, I've been doing this for 21 years. I don't need to make a living anymore. I've got established businesses. Okay, I'm trying to give back now. There comes a point in your career, and I've said this before to you guys, like, I don't know if you know this or not, like, it's $130,000 a year for me to do this radio show. I have to pay WBT to be on this. I buy this slot, this 1 hour slot, just so you're aware, this 1 hour slot on Saturday is $2,500. I consciously pay that I've been doing this how long? 14 years. The challenge is, just so you guys know, like, there may not be happening all too often. They're raising fees, they're changing structures. And so it's like, if we can't negotiate, I'm going to do my own radio station. I'll go buy my own channels. I have the resources. So ready? I've spent probably $2 to $3 million of my own money in the last 14 years just trying to educate you. Dr. Ernst, why would you do that? Seems like a loss. No, it's a massive win in the kingdom, in the future, in perpetuity, forever. I don't know about you, but I believe if I help one person, God puts a small crown on my, crown when I get up to heaven. If we get crowns, you get the idea. I don't know if we get crowns. Do we get mansions? Do we get Ferraris? I don't know. Nobody knows, right? All I know is that we are told that what we do here on this earth will have an impact in our eternity. I don't know about you, but eternity is a long time. I want eternity to be amazing. So do I invest my money into programs that can help you? Yes. As a functional physician, do I charge charges on labs? No. The cost of the lab is the cost of the lab. Do I charge you to go over your labs? No. The cost of the review is included in the cost of your labs. Do we have supplements and resources and things you need? Yes, we just give them to you. It's part of your coaching. If you coach with us, coaching is everything except for your food. But I'll tell you where to save money on food. I'll tell you what you can get that's organic and not organic. I'll tell you where you can shop and save money. See, instead of like a lot of functional physicians, you have to go to Whole Foods and you have to buy the $14 per pound beef, otherwise you're not going to get well. And people are desperate today, so guess what they do? They do it. Why? They took their health for granted for too long. They waited until it got so bad, the only thing they can do is pop pills or drastically change things. Stop silencing your signals. Look, when a symptom becomes something you notice, most people are like, how do I get rid of this as fast as I can? I gave the analogy at the top of the hour. I did twist my knee. I probably tore something, my left knee. About 3 weeks ago. I am a black belt in Taekwondo. I was doing what's called a hurricane kick, and I just twisted my knee because you are supposed to pivot and kind of launch from that left leg if you're doing a right foot hurricane kick. The kick was great, but the form was bad. So this is me. I'm like, oh, I definitely hurt my knee. Most of you would probably say, oh, on the way home, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Target, wherever, get the whatever to make the pain go away. Swallow something to make the pain go away. Not me. I do not silence symptoms. My body hurts for a reason. Otherwise, it wouldn't hurt if I tore it. This approach can be, unique for some of you. Wait, if you get a headache, you don't just rapidly pop pills to make your headache go away? No, I breathe through it. I rest, I meditate, and I try to figure out, why do I have a headache? Did I eat something crazy? Did I do something crazy? Has it been too long since I've had my last chiropractic adjustment? That's how I think. There's always a cause for everything. Healthy people have how many headaches? None. Dr. Ernst, you don't understand. I only have a headache like once every 90 days. I'm pretty healthy, right? You're healthier than someone who has one every month, and you're healthier than someone who has one every day, but you're still not healthy. Healthy people don't get headaches. Dr. Ernst, you don't understand. Like, I'm 86 years old. My joints hurt like crazy. You neglected your health. You said it's not a priority. Well, this sounds very aggressive, Dr. Ernst. I feel like you're attacking me. No, I'm just speaking truths. People take their health for granted. If you have arthritis, it's because you didn't take care of your joints. Dr. Ernst, how can you say that? I didn't know I was supposed to do this. Well, does ignorance prevent you from, does it excuse you from what's happening? Like, just because you didn't know, does that mean it's not going to happen to you? Just because I didn't know I'm supposed to pay my taxes on April 15th. If I don't pay them on April 15th, there's somebody knocking on my door, or when I log into my app, I'm like, where'd all my money go? Okay, I don't know if you guys know this. Like, the government can just take it. Like, I didn't have to sign a waiver that says, yes, I give permission for the government to take. But you did. You actually did, if you don't know this. So there's always consequences. If you take your health for granted and you never pay attention to it, when you feel healthy, there is a likelihood and a chance that you're going to have a problem in the future. If you keep silencing your symptoms with over-the-counter medications, watch this, be careful, with yoga, Pilates, massage, smoking, drinking, right? Some people cover up their symptoms with chiropractic. How would you know if you're covering your symptom chiropractically? If you get adjusted and you feel better, but then the pain comes back, and you get adjusted and you feel better, and the pain comes back, and you get adjusted and you feel better, and the pain comes back, you are using chiropractic like an over-the-counter drug. Yikes, did I just say that? Yep. Some people use chiropractic for over-the-counter symptom hiding. If you truly fix your spine, you wouldn't have the pain come back. Some people use supplements like prescriptive drugs. Well, Dr. Ernst, I was told I have a high blood pressure. I do not want to take that toxic medication. The ACTZs, all the stuff, the beta blockers, the alpha channel blockers, the calcium channel blockers, every blocker. Notice drugs try to block things. Never ask what they're blocking, do you? That's a whole nother subject. Maybe I could do a whole show on that. Instead, here's what we do. We go, I don't want to take the dangerous medications, but I'm totally fine to take garlic, hawthorn, CoQ10, and magnesium. So if your blood pressure goes down with garlic, hawthorn, CoQ10, magnesium, then awesome, good for you, awesome. Ready? Stop those supplements and what happens? No, Dr. Ernst, when I stop them, it goes back up again. You're using your supplements as a drug. You're still hiding the symptom. Why do those nutrients make your blood pressure go down? Dr. Ernst, I don't care about that. I just want my blood pressure to be down. I'll take these for the rest of my life if I have to. Guess what? At some point, those aren't going to work anymore. At some point, garlic, hawthorn, CoQ10, and magnesium isn't going to work anymore because your body isn't stupid. If your blood pressure is high, it's high for a reason. If I had high blood pressure, you know what I would do? I'd be like, leave it. Leave it. Don't touch it. What's that? 190 over 200. Yeah, guess what? It's doing it for a reason. Okay? Now, I'm not going to leave that. I'm going to now search for it. It doesn't go away by itself in a day or two. Now I go investigate. Wait a minute. This should have been self-resolving. This high blood pressure, 190 over 100, should be gone by now. I've slept, I've fasted, I've rested. It should be down. If it's not down, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I don't feel bad though, so I immediately would go to my holistic physician and say, hey, listen, I had 2 readings of high blood pressure. Nothing's changed in my life. I was just out of nowhere, and it didn't come down with standard things I do. I need you to investigate what's causing my high blood pressure. First, I check my vagus nerve and I check my upper thoracic nerves. Why would I go there first? Your nervous system regulates your blood pressure. Maybe one of my spinal bones slipped out of alignment. I can't feel that. I'd have a chiropractor assess, move around, get adjusted. I'd wait a day or two. If it resets by itself, I found it and it's fixed. Now, if it doesn't, chiropractic didn't lower it down enough, okay, then I would go get some blood work, some urine testing. I do a nutrient assessment. I would do a food log. Guys, you might say, man, that's aggressive. No, I don't take my health for granted. Virgil, a very famous philosopher, once said, health is the greatest wealth. If you really, truly want to be wealthy, get healthy. And this goes multiple layers deep, right? Sick people have a hard time working because sometimes they physically can't work. I know a gentleman right now, I'm helping him, at least I'm trying to, where he has this issue in his body. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to say conditions. He's got something wrong with his health that is physically making it impossible for him to work. So he comes to me and he's like, Dr. Ernst, I have a problem. I cannot make a living because of this health issue. Now notice how his health is all of a sudden a major priority. Why though? Why is it such a huge priority now as opposed to 6 months ago when he was working? Because it's gotten so bad he physically can't work. So now his health is a priority. He'll do anything and everything I ask him to do. Why? If he doesn't make money. If you don't make money, you can't pay your bills. If you don't pay your bills, you go to collections. If you don't pay your collections bills, they come after you. You go bankrupt. You lose your house. Like, guys, it can go bad. You can end up in a ditch. You can be homeless. You could be dead. Like, it can go that far. It's possible if you think about it. So he's future pacing, going, I don't want that to happen. Dr. Ernst, I've gone everywhere medically. Now watch this. I've exhausted my insurance benefits. I've been to every major physician, MD out there. No one can help me. Nothing's getting better. I have 9 people saying I should come to your office. 9, my pastor, my friends, my coworkers who I no longer see, but I still work for the company. Even my dog is barking at me, go see Dr. Ernst. Okay, so I'm like, wow. And I said, well, let's do some tests. Guess what I found, guys? I found his root cause. It's been there for probably 25 years. When you find a root cause and you fix it, you'd be amazed how fast the human body heals. I've only seen him 3 times in the last week, and he's already about 20, 30% better than he was with anything medically he's done. Am I treating him? No, I'm teaching him, I'm educating him, I'm showing him how to heal himself. He will break free from this and get his job back. You have that power inside of you. If you're at a point where your body's already like, enough, I'm symptomatic, I have problems, I can't lose weight, I'm falling apart, Dr. Ernst, my legs are numb, I have restless leg syndrome, I have a diagnostic condition, I take these meds, I want to get off them. I know, trust me, I know there's so many people like that out there. Join me for the masterclass. I'm going to show you how to do it. There's 3 tests that will tell you everything about your body. I'll give them to you at cost. 704-906-2094. I'll teach you how to read those 3 tests so that you're educated enough when the results come back that you know what to do. Come on, like what kind of a doctor is going to do that? And there's no cost for that. There's no cost for the webinar. There's no cost for you to attend. There's no cost for you to apply your knowledge. There is a cost for the labs, but they're cost. Cost meaning whatever I pay, you pay. It's not a retail MSRP. It's just cost. So when the labs come back, guess what we do? At 0 price, I meet with you. Hey, here's what I found. Here's what you can do. Here's the things you need to do. And real quick, it's a simple question, guys. The simplest question on the face of the earth. Do you know how to do what you need to do? Now, can I be transparent? Most people say to me, I do not know how to do that. Personally, I think that's a problem. I don't know how to increase my mitochondrial output of ATP, Dr. Ernst. I don't know how to get more energy. I thought it was energy drinks, but I listened to your show a couple weeks ago. It's not energy drinks. I don't know how to eat for my body type, not my blood type, not my preference, not my taste, but I don't know how to eat what my body needs. I'll show you what you need. Just go eat those. Well, I don't like the way those foods taste. You know what? I don't care. You need that. Well, I don't like the way it tastes. All right, then you have to take it as a supplement. Well, I don't like to take supplements. Now we have a problem then. How are you going to get the nutrient you need? For example, if you were deficient in alpha-ketoglutarate, like people literally need this stuff. And you know what most people say? Wait, alpha what? Like alpha-ketoglutarate? Like what the heck are you talking about? Okay, alpha-ketoglutarate, just so you know, ketoglutarate is, ready for this? It is an amino acid. It's a critical molecule needed in the Krebs cycle. Now, I might be speaking French for some of you. The engine that makes you make energy, you can't do it without alpha-ketoglutarate. It is an essential, meaning you must have alpha-ketoglutarate. It is how you make energy. You know why so many people are so tired today? You don't have enough alpha-ketoglutarate in your body. Now, I know what you're going to ask next, Dr. Ernst. Where do I get alpha-ketoglutarate? Well, you can get it as a supplement. They sell AKG supplements, alpha-ketoglutarate supplements. But here's the thing, okay? Taking a supplement requires you to trust the brand of people that make it, okay? So I'd rather you eat alpha-ketoglutarate. And I know what you're saying right now, right? Dr. Ernst, oh my God, this show is amazing. I didn't realize most people are deficient in alpha-ketoglutarate. In my office, 90% of Americans, 90% of people that come to see us, when I test their alpha-ketoglutarate levels, almost near 0. And you might say to yourself, my God, my doctor's never tested it. Why aren't they testing it? There's no drug to fix an alpha-ketoglutarate deficiency. What are the symptoms of alpha-ketoglutarate deficiency? Fatigue, tiredness, brain fog, weight gain, joint pain, death. Like, I'm not feeling alive. It's essential. I don't know how much harder I can say this. You can't live without alpha-ketoglutarate. Now, here's the tricky part, especially for our vegans and vegetarians out there. The top dietary sources of alpha-ketoglutarate in order of, the quantity. Red meat. Oh, Dr. Ernst, I don't like red meat. I really don't like red meat. Okay, fish is next. Salmon and trout. Oh, Dr. Ernst, I don't like fish. Fish is disgusting. It smells bad when you cook it. I mean, cool. I get that. So you don't do red meat. You don't do fish. No. Okay, it's in eggs. I like eggs, but I can't eat eggs all the time, can I? Yes, you can. How many eggs can I have per day? As many as you want. Isn't that going to make my cholesterol go up? No. Again, you guys, you're going to start exposing your misbeliefs. Dr. Ernst, I don't like eggs. I'm a vegan. I don't even want to touch animal products. Nuts. Which nuts? All of them. Any nut you can think of has alpha-ketoglutarate in it. Are there fruits and vegetables with alpha-ketoglutarate? Very, very, very limited amount. The only ones I'm aware of, and look around to see if you can find them. Try to stump Dr. Ernst, guys. The only ones I can find is broccoli, blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. That's it. Now, a vegan cannot survive on broccoli, nuts and seeds, blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. You cannot survive that way. You have to get protein as a vegetarian and vegan. And a lot of them get them from the foods that are high in lectins and casein and gluten. And am I saying that we shouldn't be 100% vegetarian or vegan? It's not what the Bible says. I like to follow the word of life. The Bible says humans can eat meat. Can, I guess, is the choice. Do you have to eat meats? No. But it's the number one source of alpha-ketoglutarate, except for supplements. And again, I have nothing wrong with you supplementing alpha-ketoglutarate if, I'm going to put it hard if you are deficient. So somebody tell me, have you asked your medical doctor to run an alpha-ketoglutarate test? Dr. Ernst, you don't understand. I didn't even know alpha-ketoglutarate existed. I know. It's hard, isn't it? Sometimes we don't know what we need to know. That's why the master classes are so important. That's why this radio show exists, so I can teach you the things that you don't know that I know. I've tested my alpha-ketoglutarate. It was low. Now it's not. I have so much energy. Like, people come up to me and they're like, God, how do you have so much energy? Like, how often do you sleep? I'm like, maybe 4 or 5 hours a day. What? How are you still like this? Because my alpha-ketoglutarate works. I eat from my mitochondrial body types. I get adjusted regularly. I drink really good, clean water. I breathe really good, clean air. That's about it, guys. Clean food, clean water, clean air, clean nervous system. That's all it takes for a human body to heal. If you had 100% nerve signaling, 100%, you drank nothing but clean water, clean, meaning no toxins, no pesticides, no heavy metals, no drugs. Wait, Dr. Ernst, there's drugs in my water? Yeah, Charlotte Drinking Water has pharmaceutical prescriptions in them. And I say Charlotte because that's where we're located. More than likely, your city municipality has pharmaceutical drugs in the water. Wait, Dr. Ernst, how did pharmaceutical drugs get in the water? Well, people dump their unused medications down the toilet. And here's where it's even crazier. Urine has leftover pharmaceutical drugs if you take a drug and you pee into a toilet, correct, or a urinal, and it goes into the city system's water. They have to filter out, and it's gross, isn't it? They have to filter out all the human fecal matter and all the human urine matter, but they can't filter out prescription drugs. So other people's Crestor, Vytorin, Wellbutrin, Xanaxes, whatever you take, aspirin, Advils, whatever, they're in the water. So you're bathing. It's gross, isn't it? You're bathing in other people's prescriptive runoffs. Gross. At least I don't. I buy special filters that I put on my house to remove all that stuff, to remove the pharmaceuticals from the water, to remove the pesticides and the herbicides and the glyphosate, the PFOAs, the PFHKs, the BPCs and BPAs and BP thises and the phthalates. Guys, I mean, if you were to study how much crap is in our water, you would lose your minds. We currently have hexavalent chromium in Charlotte drinking water. Do you guys remember hexavalent chromium? Aaron Brockovich, who was like, throw up the arms and the alarms that hexavalent chromium causes cancer. And it does. Yet it's in your drinking water. And you guys are bathing in this stuff and showering in it and cooking with it. I would never, ever, ever use tap water, ever. Unless it's filtered through my systems, and then I'm okay with it. So often what we see is we have this repeating cycle, right? No symptoms, feels great. Symptoms show up, take something, feels great again, think we're healthy. That pattern back and forth, eventually implodes, and your body says, I can't take this anymore. And then a diagnostic is made, and then we get sucked in the trap, don't we? Now we're pharmaceutically filled. Now we're medically taken care of. We're physical therapily stretched instead of being fixed. How do you fix human health? 4 things. Get your spine realigned properly to allow your nervous system to flow unobstructedly to every cell, tissue, and organ in your body. Number 2, breathe clean air. Way more important than anything else. Clean air second, clean spine first, clean air second, clean water third, water, not coffee, tea, carbonated beverages, and clean food fourth. Those are the 4 ingredients a human being needs to be healthy. And man alive, do we take our health for granted. We put so much crap in our bodies. We allow so much stuff to get onto us. We allow so much waste of human materials and fecal materials and urine materials and pharmaceutical materials. We allow ourselves to eat actual non-foods as if it's food. We are doing this to ourselves. Why? We take our health for granted. Hey, if you found today's show to be informative, helpful, educational, and exciting, go to AskDrErnst.com. I have a ton of stuff. Go to YouTube.com/AskDrErnst. Subscribe to our channel. Watch the videos. Sadly, guys, in a couple weeks, it'll be probably the primary source of information unless I can negotiate a better contract with the radio. They're trying to get me to pay more. I've been here for 14 years. Throw up arms. Send them an email. Go to WBT.com. Please don't let Dr. Ernst go. Please let him stay on. Please give him a discount from what he's already paying. The guy has spent almost $2 million to do this show, and you're going to not let him renew. Tell them you want us to stay. Tell them you say, don't let Dr. Ernst go. And I'll see you guys next week. Be blessed. Until then, bye.